I had an unexpected development driving through Columbus. I saw a sign out on the highway for an estate sale. Alright, here at Salvation Army, Columbus, Nebraska. Let's go see if we can find any records. I found a couple records here. Salvation Army, Columbus. Couldn't really film because I couldn't possibly have the employee lady more breathing down my neck. The records are right there at the front counter pretty much, and she was just sitting there, so I felt a little too awkward to film. So, by the way, this record here, I just saw somebody show this in Facebook. EXOTICA, another unusual music group, maybe one of those, I don't know, I'm in a bunch of groups, maybe a space age pop group. Someone just showed this record and I was pretty envious of it. It's like, oh, I'm gonna have to look for that sometime. And then bam, found it at one of the very next stores I went to. I got a bunch of Morton Gould albums. Don't have this one though. We are in Wahoo, Nebraska. Wahoo Mercantile Antiques. It's out on this farm. I don't understand this place. I'm in a big truck. Looks like this is kind of parking over here. I'm in a big truck. I didn't want to try and go in there. So I'm going to walk in. Hope I don't have to go up to a farmhouse door. Yeah, pretty interesting. It says it's open till 5 on Google. Hopefully they have records. It says they have all sorts of stuff. We shall see. Alright, totally struck out at the Wahoo Mercantile. They had no records. So that was for Paul, Madam Sin. That's my version of the Leak Street Tunnel. I had an unexpected development driving through Columbus. I saw a sign out on the highway for an estate sale. So I had a detour. We'll see. Looks a little questionable, but we shall see. Crates of them. 78s. Some cassettes. Polka. Rash ring. More polka. Pop some Prado, but it's pretty beat. Backwards. Oopsie. Oh, there's another stereo action without a cover. Hawaii and ping pong percussion. Trying to stay away from Hawaiian. Around the world in percussion. Ooh, David Carroll. I feel like I might have that with a different cover. Keytail. Yeah. Sure looks cool, but I don't really like organ records. Okay. That's pretty cool. Where is he? European guy. Bahama, the band. Probably won't like it. It's cool looking record. I'm going to look into it. Oh, look at there. We got a bunch of those already. Ooh, David Carroll. Whispering. It's a looker, but music report side. I wonder if that's the same thing I got. A bit different cover. Vibes. Cool. I'm hitting pretty good on the space age pop. I'll have to depend on the price. Take a chance. David Carroll. George Liberace. And now these records are hard to find. Pretty sure I just picked that up. You get almost anything with percussion in the title. Pretty killer haul I got there at that estate sale. All sorts of, mostly going to be space age bachelor pad type music. As you can see, I'm in my new music room. It is not done yet. Before we get into this haul, let me give you guys a quick update on the status of the house in my music room. I just want to give you guys a quick update. As I told you before, my big record shelf here would not fit downstairs into my music room, so I'm just putting it in my bedroom. That means the bulk of my collection is going to be up here in my bedroom. Music room is down in the basement. Down there, I'm going to have 6 crates of records that are just, hand-selected stuff that people are going to want to listen to when we're over here drinking beer, listening to music. Today I just brought in this plastic shelf here, trying to get my camping gear in order. I've told you guys before, I'm like very avid bushcraft, wilderness survival, so I'm trying to get all that stuff in order. But anyway, so what we got going on over here, most of the records you're going to see in the house right now, I haven't brought my records over here yet. Most of the records that you're going to see here are all new arrivals in the last handful of months, 6 months probably. These records right up here, a little spoiler alert there, that's one small batch of new arrivals that I have not filmed videos for yet. Let me go downstairs. All this other stuff is stuff you've already seen or old stuff I'm not really showing, not in a new arrivals video anyway. Alright, let's go downstairs, take a look down there. Everybody's got a bag full of bags in their house, right? Alright. Down the stairs. Bunch of stuff that needs to go upstairs. So I don't remember how it looked last time I showed you. I know I didn't have art on the walls and stuff. I know it looks quite a bit different. So here's where my records are going to be. Just see 6 crates. I've only got maybe a half a crate worth of records down here right now. DVDs, I still haven't, lots of stuff, just I haven't come across them yet, unpacking. Got my 10 inches down there, a bunch of music magazines and some Conan and stuff. Oh, these are for the Diabolic Possession merch booth. This is how we display our t-shirts. Let's see, what do I got to show you here? The stereo is hooked up now. I don't remember if that was hooked up before. Settling right now for this Kenwood receiver. I was having troubles with my realistic quadraphonic receiver. Here's my realistic Lab 420. Look at that. Old Voivod Angel Rat long box. When was the last time you seen a long box? Lots of artwork to still hang up. I've got lots of framed posters and stuff. There's some tapestries, Iron Maiden Killers. There's a Trooper. There's a Number of the Beast. Got this guy hanging up there now. Have unboxed some of my CDs, but not very many of them yet. It looks like I got through or into the C's anyway, and then it starts down here in like the P's to Z's. I don't have nearly as many CDs as I used to. I used to have thousands of CDs. I've mentioned before, I lost nearly everything I owned, I don't know, getting close to 10 years ago or so. So pretty much everything in my collection, for the most part, has been acquired since then. Okay, so here's more new arrivals that I have not filmed yet. I'm still developing a method here of how to organize them. This is completely unorganized right now. Everything was just thrown right here. Here's more new arrivals that have not been filmed yet. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start putting all my new arrivals that haven't been filmed yet into these shelves over here. Keeping them over there, keeping them separate, and then keeping them in an order too. I do not have my cassettes out here. I'll show you my cassettes though. I probably won't be able to display them in this house. I haven't figured out how yet. But all those in that corner there, those are those Napa cassette crates. All of these ones on the bottom from here on down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of them. Those are all 100 cassette racks. So there's 800 cassettes right there. These are almost all full. This top one is I just got, and it is falling apart and is empty. These next two I think are 60s. That one's probably a 50, and that, I don't know if that's got anything in it either, that smaller one there. Yeah, my cassettes. There's my reel-to-reel deck right there. I actually got two reel-to-reel decks. I'm not sure where my other one is right now. I don't know if I got room to hook that up. I doubt I do. I don't think it'll fit on the top shelf. But yeah, there you have it. That's how the room is now. I mean, I can actually have people over now. It's certainly a long ways from done. I got lots and lots of posters and stuff to hang, and lots of boxes of stuff. And I still haven't got my records here yet, you know. So, but we could still drink beer and have a good time here. But that's the state of it right now. All right, let's get into this haul. There's 47 records. She charged $1 each for them. I think I paid $46 because this one here she threw in for free. 1961 Ray Martin Dynamica. This is a stereo action record, and this one's missing the cover. I got probably about 20 different stereo action records. I've got this one, in fact, but you know, I couldn't pass it up for $1. The vinyl's super minty, so it may or may not be an upgrade for the one that I got. Just insert that in there. Found several of these David Carroll albums. I'm a huge fan of David Carroll. He's one of my all-time favorite, maybe my favorite, space age bachelor pad artists. This one is Let's Dance. High Fidelity. It is pretty roasty. The vinyl's actually great, but you know, it's got all sorts of damage here, damage on the back there. This is the mono version from 1958. Some of his other records that I've already got that I recommend to you guys is Percussion and Hi-Fi. It's probably my favorite. It's got the song Hell's Bells on it, probably his most known song. Repercussion is another great album of his, and also Percussion Oriental. Found more David Carroll. Latin Percussion, 1960. This is the stereo version of it, and this cool gatefold. You hear that crisp gatefold? Yeah, a lot of these are in really good condition, and a few of them are in kind of crappy condition, cover-wise. The vinyls was all good on them. Another David Carroll, Galaxy. This is from 1962. Of course, more space age, bachelor pad music. Another cool old record on Mercury. Those David Carrolls were all on this Mercury Perfect Presence Sound series. This is George Barnes' Guitar Galaxies from 1960. Also on the gatefold. Very cool. Most of these ones, by the way, I have not listened to. I did listen to some of these records from this haul, though. This is one that I did listen to some of. Shea Torrent at the Hammond organ, Sound Spectrum, High Fidelity, Mercury. This is one I just grabbed. You know, I was getting very grabby at this sale. That's one thing that happens to me a lot is trying to do these digs in just a half-hour time. That's how long my break is. So I'm trying to get these digs done in a short period of time, and this was a really big dig, so I really didn't have time to look stuff over very well. I was just grabbing stuff, and then when I found out they were $1 each, I just bought everything that I pulled out, you know. It's like, shoot first, ask questions later. This one, I didn't realize it's just Hammond organ, and not the good kind either. It's not like Booker T and the MGs. It's not cool like that. It's kind of like ice rink, hockey rink music, you know. Not even that cool, though. Pretty square. So, yeah, this one kind of stinks. So this will probably get called. Around the World in Percussion. This is Billy Muir from 1961. More space age, somewhat exotica. Hawaii in Ping Pong Percussion. Luke Liane and his Islanders. I'm sure I'm butchering that name, but unknown year. This is another one. I gave this one a spin. The Sound of Musical Pictures, Stereophonic Sound. This one almost sounds like a soundtrack to an old-timey kids movie. It's not as exotic as I was hoping. It's misleading. It seems like it could potentially be Exotica. There's a gatefold for you. And the song titles on this are super epic. We got A Hunt in the Black Forest, Napoleon's Last Charge, Ben-Hur Chariot Race, In a Monastery Garden, Roaring Volcano. Yeah, but it wasn't all that though. I mean, it's from 1960, and the sound of it almost sounds like it'd be like kind of a precursor to Exotica music, because it does like have those same sorts of sound effects and stuff, and the certain artificial, like they're trying to make it sound like you're in a foreign country or an exotic place, you know. All right, 1958, Xavier Cugat. Sorry about the reflection. I'm still trying to work out the bugs. This is actually the second time I think I tried recording in this basement. This is actually an improvement. Actually, I just got a big fluorescent bulb. You can see the big fluorescent light over here. Because I got these 4 light fixtures in this basement, and I put 100-watt light bulbs in all of them, and they still don't lighten it up like I would like to. But right now we'll be dealing with it. Xavier Cugat, The King Plays Some Aces from 1958, Living Stereo, Latin Jazz, Mambo, Afro-Cuban stuff. I got a whole bunch of Xavier Cugat stuff. I dig him. Hugo Winterhalter goes Gypsy. I may already have this one, but this one's really nice, so it may be an upgrade. I don't know. From 1960. The New Sound America Loves Best. A John Klein, Sid Raman collaboration from 1960. More space age stuff. Otto Sassana, I'm guessing is how you pronounce the name. 1960. Luxuriously slow moods of the Sassana strings. Sheer ecstasy. Space age, leaning towards the romantic end of it, which, not sure if I'm going to dig that, but, for $1, I'll find out. I looked it up, though. It's worth it. It goes for like $25, so, and this, me, this gotta go. Let's get rid of this shrink. Freeing it. We're freeing Otto. There we go. Now I can breathe. And I have that ugly shrink blocking our view. All right, Wild Stereo Drums, various artists, including one of my favorites. I collect Les Baxter. I got a whole bunch of Les Baxter stuff. 1961, Space Age and Exotica. Powerful percussion, dramatic stereo, exciting variety. Wild Stereo Drums. I know I'm going to dig that one. Listening in Depth box. I want to say I already have this. Not 100% sure though. This is an introduction to Columbia Stereophonic Sound from 1958. Stereo demonstration record from the early days of stereo with jazz and classical and such on it. I always pick up these stereo demonstration albums. There's another Xavier Cugat. I probably already got this one too, but this one was in great condition, so I picked it up. Xavier Cugat Cavalcade, 1958. Samba, rumba, tango, bolero, that sort of thing. Scotch and Soda Please, Ray Casarino from 1959. Cocktail music. It says 12 Cocktail Time Piano Reflections by Addison Amore with Casarino at the piano. I know those names sound a little suspicious to me. Might be phony. Nothing But Percussion, Volume 2. Bobby Christian from 1961. Jazz, space age stuff again. I don't know if I have Volume 1 of this. But I'm looking at the back on here. Let me show you this here. Nothing But Percussion, Volume 1. I'll have to look and see if I got that. I don't think I do. In a Chinese Temple Garden, I've got that. Soundproof, Ferenti and Teicher, got that. Taboo, Ralph Font and his orchestra, I got that. So now I'm going to get that Volume 1.
Lots of budget label stuff in this haul. Kind of dig these budget label Exotica, Space Age Pop and stuff. This is the ping pong sound of guitars in percussion. Eddie Wayne and Group from 1963. True stereo, it says there. On Coronet Records. Also on Coronet, we got the music of Port Said, exotic rhythms of the Middle East, captured in high fidelity, Muhammad El Suleiman and his Oriental Ensemble. And according to my note I made here, I've got another version of this. I suspected that when I saw it, that I got another version of this with a different cover. But not only is it with a different cover, it's with a different name. East of Suez is the other version that I've got by Nasir Eden, or Eden, E-D-D-I-N. Clearly fake name in both instances there. That's pretty common for those budget label things. Another budget label, Coronet Records. Gypsy Violins by Bella Babka. This was released on November 2nd, 1960, and I will be born 7 years and 1 day later after this was released. Gypsy Violins, Romany Gypsy Music. All right, Carlton Records here from 1960. It's Gene Estes, the greatest stereo vibraphone in recording history. And the funny thing is, true story, there is a mono version of this with the same name, the greatest stereo vibraphone in recording history. Another one on Carlton, Somerset, Monty Kelly and his orchestra. Jazz from 1960, stereo. This one, I just love the cover of this. On Harmony Records, Livio Salas, Rendezvous in Rio, recorded in Brazil. Harmony is a product of Columbia Records. Yeah, that's a looker there. Time Records, Malcolm Peters and his orchestra, Imagination. High fidelity. Usually anytime you see that, that's an indication that it's actually in mono. This has great song titles also. This is from 1960, by the way. Let me give you a look at these song titles here. African Patrol, Tension Zone, Midnight in Madame Tussauds, Cartoony, Skin Divers Ballet, Big Top Circus, Jubilee USA, Waiting for the Dawn, Prairie Schooner, Movie Time, Hawaiian Eye Beat, and Frightened Flute. This one, yeah, you know what? I'm going to set this aside. That's going to be my next spin. Checking out this one right here. This one's got a roasted cover on it. Francis Bay Orchestra, Shaw Nuff. Songs by Artie Shaw and others. But I was really intrigued by that cover and all those colors on there, you know. Turns out it's actually just a misprint. It's supposed to all be lined up. You know, those are just offset. A poor print. On Sutton Records, Dine and Dance with George Liberace at the Beverly Hilton. I don't think this is my thing. Crown Records, look at that logo. I just remember someone was looking for some George Liberace, and if I can remember who, I'm going to send this their way. This one looks pretty cool. Another one on Crown Records. Unfortunately, it seems split all the way except the bottom. Hi-Fi Spectacular, Sounds of 1,000 Strings from 1959. Jazz, pop, easy listening stuff. It's got some cool looking song titles though. Journey into Space, Exotic Island, La Cucaracha. I got a whole bunch of these. This one's even a little roasty here. I just can't seem to pass them up though. Martin Denny, 1960, Exotica. This is the stereo version of it. There was a thread going around, foil covers. Here's one for that. Perspectives and Percussion. Look at that foil cover, a little roasty down in that corner, unfortunately. But let's see, Skip Martin. If I can even get it without blinding you guys here by reflecting that light. I got Skip Martin, 1961, Perspectives in Percussion, Volume 1. I already have it, but I'm not sure if mine's mirrored. Mine might be gray. Cover, a reissue, I'm assuming. Space Age Instrumental. As I told you already, yeah, my records, I don't even have my records here yet. Most of my records, my collection is still at my brother's house, all in boxes in a tornado shelter in his basement. So if a tornado hits, my records will be safe. All right, a high fidelity music travelogue, Caribbean Cruise by the Rio Carnival Orchestra with that cool stereo gold stamp on it. 1959 Exotica stuff. I love these old stereo, the entire sound spectrum. Roman Holiday. I usually stay away from most of your standard Italian and French, the Paris records and stuff. But this one spoke to me for some reason. Johnny K singing in Italian. Roman Holiday. Also, stay away from Hawaiian records too, because that's a huge rabbit hole to go down. You know, one of my favorite channels, Kaiwaza, it's a huge Hawaiian record collector. And I couldn't ever compare to that. And boy, I don't even want to try it. He's got like over 2,500 Hawaiian records. I'm just going to try and limit it because it could easily take over your whole house. Lonnie Lorenz, Surfing at Waikiki Beach. Yeah, this one spoke to me too, so I just snatched it up. This is another one, just the cover. The cover called to me. My Memories. Melavano and his orchestra. Easy listening. Where is it? Oh yeah, Stereo Odyssey. Pretty cool. Yeah, that one's a looker there. All right, these next four are all on tops, and they all had these bags. Like they were either using the bags as an inner sleeve for the record, whoever previous owner, was using them as an inner sleeve, or they had them folded up. As you can see there, it's got that old focus, that old original Tops price sticker, $1.49. Pretty cool. Let me pull this off though so you can see it a little better there without that tattered cover on it. From 1960, Latin Cha-Cha in mono. Another one with that cover. Tops Mambo Bongo Bash, Al Stefano and his trio. Oh, I got another Al Stefano and his trio too. Oh yeah, Latin Dance Carnival, and maybe even another. Those cool old bongos on there. Very cool. Speaking of Al Stefano, another one in the Tops bag here. Al Stefano and his trio. Now you saw me pick this one up at another store a while back, but it wasn't in this good condition, so this one's definitely an upgrade for me. Very glad to have that. And one last Tops in the Tops bag. 1960s percussion Italiano. Vico Anthony and his percussion Paisanos. Pretty cool. Like I was just saying, I tend to stay away from just strictly Italian or strictly Paris records. But if it's got percussion in the title, I've got to get it. Speaking of percussion in the title, I was super thrilled to find this one because I've been wanting this one. Another Tops record, Jungle Percussion. Subri Mulin and his Equatorial Rhythm Group from 1959. There is a version of this. It does have this discoloration on the back of it. There is a version of this. Comes on a different color vinyl. That's common with these Tops records. They have versions on other color vinyl. A lot of times they'll come in red vinyl, gold vinyl, maybe even others. I think I got one or two Tops records in my collection on other color vinyl. Another Tops record, Gypsy Love Songs, Misha and his orchestra. One last Tops record, Flamenco, stereo, dual channel stereo, Mayfair stereo. This is Raul Martinez and his orchestra from 1959. Oh, speaking of, yeah, what was I just saying? This one is on vinyl of fire. How cool is that? All right, Acorn Records. Piano, percussion, in rhythm. Arthur Cohen, pianist with Rhythm Group. All right, ABC Paramount, High Fidelity. Leo Diamond's Orchestra from 1959. Exciting Sounds from Romantic Places. Space Age. Exotica from Around the World. Harmonica music. And yeah, man, let me zoom in on this stuff here for you. All these various harmonicas and weird instruments that he used. Pretty cool. I don't think I had this Baja Marimba Band record on Pickwick budget label. You know, normally they're on A&M, you know, Herb Albert's label. Of course, you know, most Baja Marimba Band records has a guy peeing in the background. Okay, let's see. I'm trying to find this guy on the back cover. Okay, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 guys on the front. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, looks like we lost him. Never noticed that until just now. That's pretty funny. Yeah, I was trying to, it's like, oh, look at those like paisley sort of sleeves and that brown vest. So I wanted to see him facing frontwards. On here, well, it doesn't exist. He's not on there. He must have fell overboard. All right, Maria Ilana by Los Cuatro Tijuanas from 1964. Basically, this is a knockoff of Los Indios Tabajaras, however you pronounce that. Cousin Tom Graham from 1983. It's called I Can Scratch Where You Can't When It Itches. Comedy album. Look at that one. Yeah, this is probably going to be my second spin. Pablito and his Pachanga. True High Fidelities. This is going to be a mono 1961 Latin Pachanga music. I don't know what that is, but I'm guessing it has to do with, I don't know, that drum or that flute sort of instrument there. And I'm not even going to pretend to know what that means, but yeah, that's going to be my next spin. All right, so that's the big haul, 47 records from an estate sale, Columbus, Nebraska. Before I go, though, you guys want to discover more channels on the YouTube vinyl community? For one, I want to shout out my buddy Cosmic Brian over at Cosmic Vinyl, one of my favorite channels on the whole YouTube vinyl community. One of the funnest channels on the whole vinyl community. One of the most informative, very entertaining, man. I highly recommend you go check out Cosmic Vinyl featuring Cosmic Brian. His link is right here. Also, go to my channel, click on the subscriptions tab. I've made all of my subscriptions public, and I'm subscribed to probably about 400 vinyl community channels. So if you're looking for more channels on the vinyl community, go to my channel, click on the subscriptions tab. You'll find about 400 vinyl community channels. Thanks everyone for watching, and I will see you on the next one.